Alright, so today we are with Blake Lawson with Hallerbackgamecalls, and everybody knows it's deer season, so, and how cold it's been, the rut's going to be here, I believe, before we all expect it to be. So Blake's going to break down of why his grunt call is the best in Southwest Virginia, regionally, on the East Coast, West Coast, wherever you want to call it, coast. But anyway, so Blake, break it down for us. So how what separates your grunt call from everybody else?
Well, all mine are hand turned. Quality is always my main number one thing, quality over quantity. So I go through so many quality control checks.
Yep.
Something ain't right, I'll go ahead, even halfway through a call, take it off, burn it, start over. And that way always the highest quality leaves the shop.
Okay.
But what is the biggest thing that separates us is that we actually have a anti-freeze, anti-stick resistant reed that we use. It doesn't matter how hard you blow it, it will always make a sound. That way you can always vocalize and you can get play out there. Unlike your plastic reeds that a lot of your store-bought calls get, they you can baby them. They have a good sound. You give at least a little bit. Too much iron, they stick, they make a squeal, and that just spooks your deer and runs off. And gets too cold, they stick. They don't sound like a grunt call. But these right here is supposed to, in theory, which a lot of the guys from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, got about 70 my grunt calls up there, and I've not had one freeze yet.
Yeah, and that's what I like about them, because I've had been in incidents where I've used other grunt calls and then be cold, and I try to blow it, and literally just like you're just blowing at a tube, and it ain't making noise, just like, and that's it. It ain't doing nothing. But these calls are amazing. They really are. So, can you open it up and show everybody, like, the reed wise?
Yeah.
What's different?
So it's a solid metal housing and it's a weighted reed, and that is what allows it to keep on going no matter what. The weight in it actually helps it.
Now, can you change the sound on that?
You can.
If you want to?
As an O-ring. That way you can just slide it up, you can adjust it.
So you can adjust it when you want to.
You can go from fawn all the way up to a good deep mature buck. So based on where you're at, what you need. Because not everywhere's just going to have a real massive mature buck based on hunting pressure. Things like that. So, but they've got a good little sound. You can baby them just real young.
Ooh.
Or you can blow as hard as you want.
Now, where can they find these calls at?
I got them online at Hallerbackgamecalls.com under my store. I have a drop-down menu once you click on either the laminated section of it, because we do cover a full line of laminate calls, and also the standard wood calls are in two different sections. But you click the drop-down menu, you can pick exactly what wood type, colors, everything that you want, and go from there. You just add it to cart and check out. And then also you can reach out to me through Instagram, and that's usually the best way to do it besides over my website. And I'll get back as soon as I possibly can.
Now, one last thing before we get off here. I know that you always put a Bible verse on there, and that's what I love about your calls. That's what attracted our relationship, you know, sharing relationship with Jesus Christ. So what made you want to put that Bible verse on your calls?
They actually range Bible verses based on what I'm looking at and what is kind of imprinted on me for that certain time that I've actually started making those calls. Like they'll vary. Majority of my stuff is James 1:12. There was a lot of back underlying issues on that and stories that tied that verse in and that chapter in with me. Things that's happened through my life. But I use this as my ministry because you never know. I mean, this might be the easiest way to reach somebody instead of preaching to them, talking to them. A lot of times they won't talk to you, but if they see the verse, so maybe possibly that right there will give them a little bit of inspiration to look it up. You sow the seed, God will have the increase.
That's awesome. Can we hear that grunt one more time?
Yeah.
Listen, folks, if you ain't a grunting, you ain't a rutting. Let's get it.